You ever wonder what truly happens when a man hurts a good woman, especially after 60? There comes a time in a woman's life when heartbreak no longer breaks her. It clarifies her. She's lived through enough storms in life to know that not every ending is a tragedy. Some are quiet beginnings in disguise. Because love at this stage of life isn't about fixing anyone anymore. It's about protecting your peace, your dignity, and your heart from what no longer deserves them. Hi, welcome back to Journey After 60. Today, we'll talk about what really happens when a man hurts a good woman and why, after 60, that pain doesn't destroy her. It awakens her. So if you've ever been the woman who loved deeply and was met with silence, this message is for you. Before we begin, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Journey After 60. Every week, we share stories that remind you age doesn't close your heart, it clears your vision. Now, let's talk about the very first thing that happens when a man hurts a good woman, and why, instead of losing herself, she begins to find the version of her that was always meant to be free. Number 1, you stop reacting and start remembering who you are. When a man hurts a good woman, her first reaction isn't anger, it's silence. Not because she's weak, but because her soul finally understands something she once ignored. Not everyone deserves access to her emotions. At first, that silence feels strange. You catch yourself reaching for your phone, rehearsing what you'd say, wondering if he even cares. But then, something shifts. The urge to explain fades. The need to be understood dissolves. And what replaces it is a calm that feels foreign. The kind of calm that only comes when you've cried every tear you needed to cry. It's in that stillness that you begin to remember yourself, the woman you were before life made you prove your worth. You rediscover small joys, your morning coffee, your favorite song, the way the sky looks before it rains. You realize that healing doesn't always roar. Sometimes it just breathes quietly beside you. After 60, you've learned that not every apology will come, and not every wound will close neatly, but you no longer need them to. You understand now that closure isn't something he gives, it's something you choose. When a man hurts you, don't rush to prove your worth or explain your side. At this stage of life, your healing isn't about being heard. It's about finding quiet again. Pull your energy back to yourself. Take walks, cook something you enjoy, read before bed. Breathe deeply without the weight of anyone's expectations. Forgive, not because he deserves it, but because you deserve rest. And most importantly, stay soft, but selective. Kindness doesn't mean open doors for everyone. A good woman's peace is hard-earned. Once you found it, protect it like the rare treasure it is. But once peace returns, life will test it, often through the same man or someone who feels just like him. That's when you face the next truth of what follows after a good woman has been hurt. Number 2, life sends a mirror, not a replacement. It's strange how, after heartbreak, life doesn't always bring someone new. It brings a reflection. You meet a person who seems different at first, but their energy feels familiar. Their tone, their distance, even the way they make you doubt yourself, it all feels like déjà vu. That's not coincidence. It's a lesson returning in a new disguise. When a man hurts a good woman, The universe doesn't rush to fill the empty space he left. Instead, it holds up a mirror. It asks, have you learned to recognize what no longer serves you? Will you protect your peace this time, or repeat the pattern just to feel needed again? At first, you might feel drawn, not because he's right, but because your heart remembers the rhythm of being wanted, even if it wasn't respected. But with time, something inside you changes. You catch yourself noticing the red flag sooner. You pause before explaining yourself. You no longer chase closure. You quietly choose clarity. When that mirror shows up, whether it's the same man or someone who feels too familiar, don't rush to label it as love. Step back. Watch how you feel, not just what he says. If your peace feels uneasy, trust that. This time, you don't need to fix anyone or prove you're worthy. You've already done enough of that. Instead, take it slow. Let people earn your softness through consistency, not promises. Speak less, observe more. The right man won't need convincing. He'll match your calm, not disturb it. And if something feels heavy, let it go early. You're not losing love by walking away. You're protecting the peace that took you years to rebuild. That's when you realize healing isn't about avoiding people. It's about seeing them clearly without losing yourself. You stop falling for potential and start valuing consistency. You stop needing someone to choose you because you've already chosen peace. If this message reminds you of a pattern you've finally outgrown, save this video so the next time life sends you a mirror, you'll remember how far you've come and never mistake reflection for love again. So, when you finally stop repeating lessons and start choosing peace, life responds not with another test, but with a deeper truth. Because after pain and reflection, the next thing that follows isn't a person. It's your own transformation.
Number 3. You begin to value solitude more than company. There comes a moment, quietly, without announcement, when you realize you no longer crave constant conversation, validation, or attention. After a man hurts a good woman, what follows isn't loneliness, it's a rediscovery of solitude. For the first time in years, being alone doesn't sting, it soothes. You start noticing how peaceful your evenings feel without tension. The air in your home feels lighter. You make tea for one, and it doesn't feel like a reminder of who left. It feels like a celebration of who stayed, you. That shift is powerful because it marks the moment when your happiness stops depending on someone else's presence. Many women fear solitude, thinking it means something's missing. But after 60, solitude isn't emptiness, it's clarity. It's where you learn what truly nurtures you, what kind of energy you'll never accept again, and what peace actually feels like when it isn't borrowed from anyone. My close colleague Margaret went through this not long ago. After her 2-year relationship ended, she was terrified of being alone. The first few weeks she filled every silence with errands, phone calls, and long talks that went nowhere. But slowly, she began to choose quiet instead. She started gardening again, took evening walks without music, and learned to enjoy her own company. Months later, she told me something I never forgot. For the first time, I'm not waiting for someone to come home. I feel comfortable when I'm alone. Her story reminded me that solitude, when embraced, isn't punishment. It's proof that healing has turned into strength, the kind that doesn't need witnesses to feel complete. So when someone new appears, you no longer rush to fill the silence. You listen, not just to them, but to your own calm. Because once a woman learns to be content in her own company, no man can ever use loneliness to keep her. If you've ever reached that point where being alone finally felt like peace, share your story in the comments. Your words might remind another woman that solitude isn't the end of love. It's where real healing begins. And that's the quiet victory after heartbreak, when your peace stops depending on who stays and begins to grow simply because you stayed true to yourself.
Number 4, you stop seeking closure and start creating it. At some point, every good woman realizes that closure doesn't arrive in words. It arrives in acceptance. After being hurt, you wait for the apology, the explanation, the moment he finally understands what he lost. But the truth is, that moment rarely comes. And one day, you simply stop waiting. That's when something powerful happens. You start writing the ending yourself. You close the chapter, not because he deserves peace, but because you do. You pack away the photos, not out of anger, but gratitude for what they taught you. You no longer replay the conversations trying to find the moment it all went wrong. You just know it did, and that's enough. From everything I've studied over the years, one truth keeps showing up. Healing isn't just emotional, it's measurable. In a 2023 survey by the National Institute on Aging, nearly 68% of women over 60 who had gone through heartbreak reported feeling greater peace and self-confidence within a year once they focused on creating their own closure instead of waiting for it. Another study from Psychology Today found that women who practiced acceptance and forgiveness, even without reconciliation, were 45% less likely to experience lingering sadness or anxiety compared to those who stayed fixated on unfinished stories. Creating your own closure isn't easy. It feels like walking barefoot through memories that still sting. But with each step, the pain softens into understanding. Not everyone you love is meant to stay, and not every goodbye is a loss. Some are gentle redirections back to yourself. After 60, that lesson lands differently. You've lived long enough to see that time itself becomes the apology you never received. And peace, not explanation, is what finally lets your heart rest. So when the urge rises to revisit the past, remind yourself you don't need his permission to move on. You can close the door quietly and still walk away with dignity, grace, and the unshakable knowing that you've already healed from what he never said. And now we've come to the part where everything comes together. The lessons, the pain, the quiet strength that follows. We've walked together through what truly happens when a man hurts a good woman. The silence that becomes strength, the mirror that tests her growth, the solitude that teaches peace, and the closure she learns to create for herself. Each moment may feel heavy at first, but together, they mark the transformation of pain into wisdom. Because after 60, love is no longer about holding on. It's about letting go with grace. It's about realizing that the heartbreak you thought ended your story was actually rewriting it into something quieter, truer, and far more powerful. As the writer Khalil Gibran once said, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars." And maybe that's the hidden gift, that the pain meant to break you instead shaped you into the woman you were always meant to become. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to like this video, save it as a reminder of your own strength, and share it with another woman who might still be healing. You never know, your small act could be the light that helps her find peace again. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Journey After 60 so we can keep walking this path of wisdom, love, and renewal together. Thanks for watching till now, and see you in next video.